Hi everyone, today's tutorial will be for beginners. Let's make this simple Nike Lego shoebox. Actually, I was inspired by this art piece. I found it on Pinterest. This art piece is by Marius. Shout out to Marius. Thank you for your art. All the images and project file is available on my Gumroad totally for free. So let's go. First, let's add an image, Shift A and add image reference. And let's add this one. Select it, Alt R. Let's go to image settings and let's make opacity 0.5. Let's go to the top view with 7. Shift A, mesh, cube. All what I do, you can see here, all the shortcuts and what I'm pressing. Let's go to the item properties and let's change dimensions. So our dimensions on X is 31.8 centimeters. Oh, not scale dimensions, sorry. On Y, 15.8 centimeters. And on Z, 9.6 centimeters. Let's move it to the center. Let's add a cylinder. Scale it. Okay, now let's scale the image so it's similar to our actual cube. And let's now scale the cylinder. Okay, and let's make it on Z 2 centimeters. And with GZ, let's move it up. Now, modifiers, add modifier. Let's add an array modifier. I'm changing viewports with Shift Z. Let's move it on X and make it 4 cylinders. Let's add one more array modifier. And let's move it on Y. Okay. Now let's select the cube. Actually, let's delete this image. Let's select the cube, add modifier, Boolean. Now we need to connect the cylinder with the cube together. So that's an union Boolean. Let's select the object. Let's select our cylinder. And for a better geometry, let's go to the edit mode. This tab menu is by Meshing Tools. I suggest you to grab it. It's amazing. It saves so much time. I'm so used to it. So let's go to edges and with Ctrl R, let's add a loop somewhere in the middle of the cylinders. Now let's apply it and let's delete the cylinder. Now let's go here and press G 2 times and slide the word to the closest one of the cylinders. Let's do it for all words on this side. And now let's add a modifier and let's find mirror. And let's go axis Y, bisect Y, flip Y. and let's apply it. Let's see. Okay. With Alt click select the middle loop and Control X. We have this. Now let's add a bevel. So add modifiers, bevel, press Ctrl A, apply rotation scale. Let's make 10 segments. And also select everything in Add by Edit mode, press M, merge by distance. And shade smooth. Now let's play with the bevel. I think this is enough. It's good. Let's place it a bit higher. Okay. Shift A. Let's add the text. Tab Edit mode. Lego. Let's scale it with S and rotate on Z 90 minus 90. Scale it. Go to the top view with 7. Move it here. Now Shift A, visual geometry to mesh. Go to Edit mode. Select everything with A. Press X. Limited dissolve. And now let's press E. Ctrl A, rotation scale, and let's add a bevel. 6 segments, and let's shade it smooth. And let's move it here. Now let's add an array modifier again. And same thing. Boom. Move it on X. And let's actually just do Shift D, Y, and duplicate it. Okay. Shift A, let's add a plane, scale it. Ctrl A, apply rotation scale, and let's go to viewport shading. Let's go to cycles, transparent film, and let's add an HDR. Let's enable node wrangler. Now we can select this node and press Ctrl T, and we'll have mapping node with environment texture. And let's select an HDR. Link in the description. It's totally free from HDR Heaven. Let's add the camera. And let's make camera resolution 4000 x 3000. And the focal length, let's make 175. Let's find a good view. Now we can press Ctrl Alt 0. Select the camera and move it. So GZZ. And a bit more up. Okay, so let's texture it. New material. Let's make it. I actually have a color. This hex FF6600. This orange one. And roughness 0.07. Same for Lego. And for the floor. Okay, now let's go to color management. Let's make it AGX and medium high contrast. Or filmic maybe. AGX. Okay, so now we're in the region. Let's add just few images. So Shift A, mesh plane, and let's import these two. Let's scale it. Now here let's select face and align rotation to target. Let's select this image, G, Control, and we can snap it. Somewhere here, let's scale it. Okay, I think I like it. Let's take this one. Let's disconnect it here. And same thing, snap with Control. And move it. Shift D to duplicate. Snap it here. Go to the top view. And let's scale it. Okay. Shoebox is done. Congratulations. 0. Now let's add some lighting. I'll use Quick Studio for the quick lighting. I think it's a really good solution. So add light setup. Now we can rotate it a bit. And last thing, for adding a realism, we can add some gobos. I actually have some. So as a browser, gobos light textures. And you can choose any. Any of these will add some realism to our scene. For example, these animated leaves, we just need to import it and we can move it. Shift T to drag to cursor. And look, this scene looks much better. If you don't like this one, try another one. For example, this one. Let's move it. Shift T. Let's make it power 1500 and let's make radius a bit higher. And let's find good placement. I like this, so that's it. I think that looks good. Just press render. So after the post-processing in Photoshop, this is the result. Thank you for watching.